I'm thinking we might have a problem.
What's the problem?
What are we gonna do about the Discord call? Because like if it, or like, do we need to just turn that off or what?
I guess. Is it? Oh yeah, that does.
It'll like loop. Okay.
Okay, I just let the Discord call.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see if any people join.
They might.
I'm interested to see. I've never gone live before. Oh, we got one person. I don't know.
We have one viewer.
One person.
Go.
That's crazy.
The collab is wild.
Met this dude like 5 seconds ago.
This is how you get Ben Looker.
Yeah, this is how you get. This is how you get monetized.
You're out. Work your way out.
This is crazy.
No way.
I should just go hard.
All right, yeah. There's
Vex Velocity. What's up? Would you like the free leaks of the robot?
I mean, you can leak it, but I'm not saying you should.
I've already leaked like most of it. The cool stuff just hasn't been leaked yet. I mean, this is more than likely going to be my first comp bot.
Yeah.
I know. I'm mostly waiting for Maul to start my rebuild.
Yeah, where do you compete at?
I'm in South Carolina right now.
I'm in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
I'm the guy.
Oh, he's the guy in the DC call, bro. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's two.
Let's go.
Now there's an actual person. Hello. We got this cool plunger here, guys. Amazing.
I don't even have the elements yet. I'm still working with these.
Why does he have the cube?
Yeah. He's my team mascot, you know.
Here, let me leak real quick. Yeah. Robot. It goes crazy.
You have an actual viewer, yeah. You have an actual viewer.
Yeah, I know. Manual overload.
W.
Here, let's leak the intake work.
Yo, we have 4 people. Let's go.
4 people? Oh my gosh.
Vex Velo, you're not an actual person. Just let me know.
Oh, we got 6? What the?
Yeah. Yeah, we popping off.
You got the robots? Oh, I forgot I messed with it earlier. It doesn't work right now.
Manual overload that says that's me. Bro got shouted out.
Shout out to Manual Overload. Subscribe to my man. I don't even know if he has a channel, but subscribe to my man, Manual Overload. The first real viewer. Now, let me fix my robot real quick. Hold up.
Oh crap! I need to be trying to fix my robot.
Bro whips out the 10-pound drivetrain.
Yeah. For our first try, is it bad or not?
Oh, it's okay. You want to see mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do a bit of a walkthrough through the expert level drivetrain.
Oh.
So it's really hard to tell, but we got 2 full-length cross braces. So you can see it's supporting each side of the drivetrain. Mm-hmm. And what we use is a screw joint. So instead of using axles, we get a screw that goes through the whole thing. And then we lock it off with nuts and all that. And then we have we have a 6-motor drive, geared 450 RPM. So that's 36 to 48 on 3.25-inch wheels.
Yeah.
And so with this ratio, the clearance is really tight. So we had to buy custom spacers so we could get the spacing correct for the 3060 gears. And then we also have this tracker for programming, which is cool. That's a recent thing we added. So yeah, 2 full-length cross braces, screw joints. It's meta. We also got the boxing. Boxing is the most meta thing you'll ever do.
Yeah.
Boxing unit bracing.
Yeah, I'll have to learn a little bit of
this. Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Didn't take me that long. Only a couple years.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal is to get pretty proficient in it by into high school, and then maybe compete in like Vex Youth.
I'll probably compete in Vex. Depends what I do.
Yeah.
What up? Elevation. So at the moment for us, we have a lift, so we might pair it with that, or if not, we're probably gonna doing some type of passive elevation with a hook system that we did last season and over under, other than like hang up pole, but we did prototype like a passive hook. But that's probably what it is gonna be for us, because in my opinion, high hang still isn't like super worth it. It's a very big strategic thing right now.
Yeah.
But the 10-second safe zone is really good for the positive corners. Let me get the tripod set up. Hold up. Fix the robot. I don't really care about leaking my robot. I'm kind of trying to like, this is my last year, so I'm kind of trying to spread the info around.
Yeah.
Because I suck at keeping things hidden. I need to move this out by a little bit.
Wait, somebody asked what team?
What team? I'm on team 44252A. We're in South Carolina. We were the Excellence Award winners at state last year.
Yeah.
So we did hang a pole and lawnmower, if that's familiar at all.
Yeah. This is my first year of VRC, so I don't really have a team yet, but I was on the Marley sides of the wave last year for IQ, and we were state winning excellence and state skills, and then we brought a judges award home from Worlds. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And then we also went to Worlds, so that was fun.
Yeah.
We're trying to go to Worlds 4 years in a row. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've been no years in a row. I've went 1 year in a row. That counts for anything.
3557Z. Oh, on God. 3557Z is cracked. I know someone on 3557Z. I'm sure it's Carlos.
The fact you're actually getting viewers is crazy for first stream.
Well, I mean, I do have a bit of like
bigger following than I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like post pretty consistent videos.
Yeah. I had a crazy upload schedule last year, but it was mostly just short.
I just post whenever I make something new most of the time.
Yeah. Like I'd make an actual like high quality video like once a month, and then the other stuff would be like brain rot of the day or like some crazy stuff. I had like so many like Vex IQ slanders and stuff. Crazy. And like a bunch of like dumb mechanisms I made for IQ, I'd post in. Like some of them did really good. Like I made one like pneumatic elevator that went crazy. Or what pneumatic? It was like what's it called? I can't think of it. I can't think of it on my head, but it was like a Jack in the Box design. Went pretty sick.
W.
Eminem's album drops Friday for real,
bro. You should post a preseason reveal. I've already posted the robot in 1 week challenge. I mean, I will post this robot's reveal, even though it's not much different, but it is tuned much better than the robot in 1 week. It's a lot better than the robot in 1 week. It's a whole lot cleaner because I spent time on the build quality.
Bro, there's nobody here probably knows who I am just because I've done IQ most of the time. I'm just here
right now, I guess. Introduce yourself.
No, I'm here. Way to start, I guess.
My first stream chat. Oh yeah, now I can say chat in like a not like brain rot way.
Yeah.
We're going to Haunted this year, so that'll be fun. If we can't get into Haunted, we're going to Score.
Yeah.
Since we're going to.
I don't know if I'll go to any SIGs for VRC yet, but I'll probably will make an appearance at Great Wolf Lodge for IQ. But I won't be competing. I'll just be there.
Oh, that's Score. That's what Score is. Yeah. Let's see if this works now. Oh shoot, something's not set up. Oh, the chain fell off. That's not good. Hold up. Live stream any tourneys? We normally don't live stream tourneys. We take videos of all our matches and then post it after, but we don't stream any tournaments. We were thinking about hosting a tournament. We do host skills comp every year, but we probably won't host like an actual tournament. We have a singular life. That's crazy.
Wait, does your team like watch your channel and stuff?
My team?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Nah. They're gonna see this and be like, "Who's
well, I'm not gonna post the live. I'm just gonna delete it. I'm not gonna post it.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want like permanent leaks on YouTube of what stuff I'm doing. But whoever's here for live is here for live, I guess. You get 3 weeks.
Whoever here.
Take screenshots while you can.
Yeah.
Even though like most of this is actually there's only 2 things on this robot that hasn't been leaked yet. So and I'm not gonna talk about it, obviously. Because it's so meta, it's so cracked. I should do an explanation video and live. That'd be crazy. Screen record? No shot. Bro's taking the
screen record? No.
Would you guys like optimal angles to get the photos of the tuning leaks of the active roller? Screen recording is crazy.
No, the lost media on this vid's but fitting to go crazy.
Bro, I'm gonna get reposted. No, like someone in China has been posting all my videos to Bilibili, which is interesting. So, and I downloaded it. So yeah, so like some of the views from China are those videos have a lot of views, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Like, what you doing when those videos get more views than yours?
They don't, trust me. They get like maybe like an 1/8 of the views that I normally get.
Yeah.
This is not cooking. What the heck? I am at kind of low battery. Hold up. Oh, we got 9 views? Crazy. Hi, camera.
How do I order this?
Is this able to like? Okay, they can flex up. Chat, ignore the big arm that definitely hasn't been leaked yet. That isn't half the sauce that I've been cooking up recently. Definitely don't take screenshots of the arm over here. 10 views.
10 views is goes crazy.
I know. How do I order this? What? Tax me. How do I order this? Hopefully he's not talking about my robot. You can't order my robot, unfortunately, guys.
Unfortunately.
Just DM me and I'll send you pictures, I guess.
Everybody, go subscribe to the Marley Sauce Wave right now.
Oh yeah, so subscribe.
We need it.
What do you think
And
meta will be?
LTC.
Meta is between hook intake and active roller intake. But I've been talking to some teams and they're saying hook is really hard to tune and it's kind of pain. So it's whatever you want to make. But it'll probably be decided at mall. The arm can be for hang. I don't know yet. I mean, you tell me, I guess. I don't know what it is. I just made it. It's for something funny. That kind of works. X drive meta L. That's an L take right there. Tank drive is the best drive. Split arcade. Oh god. Split arcade is so valid right there. Oh, and
Split arcade is the best arcade.
Oh shoot. I think I hit something. Yeah.
I'm taking off the hat. Alright.
No 8 wheels, 6 motors, 3.25 size Omni's W. Why is no 8? I do have 8 wheels. I'm running 450 split arcade. Yeah, the split arcade is valid. 12 viewers. That's crazy. This mid stream that we're doing.
The highest I've ever hit is I hit 45 one time.
45? Bro,
yeah.
who's watching your streams?
45, and then
bro has extended family watching.
Yeah.
Y'all want the real sauce.
Yeah, we hit 45, and then it fell off really fast, and it like stabled out around like 30 for a while.
This thing's so funny, bro. It doesn't work on foot.
Oh, well, yeah, it's going up. He's got 15 already. He might just go up. I don't know.
It's so meta. I just took 2 rings off the goal. That's crazy. I could just drive around with a goal in the air. That'd be so funny. Chat, is this meta? Oh.
Yeah, armbar on top. Armbar on top.
I just scored another one. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna hold this down.
No, you should keep the string up for real. Why are you gonna take it down?
The what?
Why are you gonna take the string down?
Oh, I didn't say I was gonna take the string down. I said I was gonna take the arm down.
Oh no, I thought you said. I thought you said like you're gonna leave the string up. Yo, you peak 16 viewers? Crazy.
All right, chat. We're gonna do an explanation video while we're at it. We're gonna talk about bracing, okay? Some meta bracing right here. So we got this W drive cross bracing right here. As you can see, the main structure of our bot looks kind of like a triangle, okay? Now hear me out. Triangles are so meta. We got that. I don't know what the angles are, but it's probably like a 30, 60, 90 bracing right here for the triangle. And triangles are like super strong and it's super meta. So as you can see here, now we don't just have one triangle, we also have two triangles. Two triangles. You see another triangle right there? And not only that, we also have three triangles right there. You see that? That's crazy. Not only that, we also have four triangles. And not only that, we have five triangles. Because triangles are meta. Now, while you guys weren't looking, I actually added another triangle. So triangle racing is so meta, so clean. Because the reason we do triangle, so this whole thing doesn't bend.
I use triangle so much.
I could drop this robot and it's perfectly fine, and we're cooking. Because this whole thing is constrained, and I'm perfectly confident in dropping my robot off the table, even though I wouldn't. And it's so meta, so amazing. Triangle is triangle. That is correct. Can I see like who's in the stream? That'd be cool. We've been going over 20 minutes. That's crazy. Triangle is meta. You are speaking facts. And not only is triangle meta, but boxing is also meta. As you can see here, we have this way overboxed intake. See the spacers in the C channel? Boxing cooks. Shout out to Ryan Lau from 4135B, I think. He cooks. But yeah, it's crazy. Praise the triangle, but yeah, triangles are meta. Triangles are meta, chat. I shouldn't be doing that. That's really bendy. I think the screw came loose. Isn't there a team called Loose Screws? Oh my gosh, this is bending it way too far. Hold up, I'm gonna have to dissect my robot real quick.
So like, I know like on IQ, you know how they have like on the coding they have like the preset for 2-motor drive and 4-motor drive.
Yeah, they have that for VRC. So
do they
for
have
Vex,
do they have a 6-motor drive preset?
no, but I actually made a 6-motor drive coding tutorial on my YouTube channel.
Okay, I might pull that up in a second.
But in all, like, to explain kind of how you do it.
Yeah.
So when you create, because you use text in VRC, you can use block, and then it's a pain to code 6-motor drive. So there's an easy way and a hard way to code 6-motor. Oh my gosh, we have 23 people. That's crazy.
Yeah. No.
So the way to code a 6-motor drive, chat, is based. Wait, I have my computer. Why am I not just showing you? I can just. You guys should all like just hop along. I can do like a code explanation while we're at it too. We're gonna, and maybe I can open up my notebook too while we're at it. Let me leak the excellence winning notebook.
Maybe I can just leak everything, you know?
Yeah, I'll leak it all. I'll leak it all, chat. I'll leak all the secrets. Here, let me pull up my code. Let me pull up the code, because I also do know how to code. So you see, Vex Code Pro is super meta right there. Vex Code Pro, it's so cracked, guys.
Yeah.
So meta.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to our file called Milo, because this robot's named Milo. All right. So you see here. Wait, let me actually get the computer set up. Hold up. Oh yeah, you can't even see the text. That's crazy. So meta.
So
here. So we got. Oh, it's so blurry too. You can't even see anything. Right? It's so funny. So meta. Like I was.
No leaks.
So you got 4 files here. You got your robot config, you got your main, you got your other robot config, and you don't touch the vex.h file.
Right.
You do not touch the vex. Oh, someone just asked me if I'm live. Okay. Oh, we're back down to 12. That's crazy. So what you do is you go into expert mode.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Aiden from 355Z. Okay. You go into expert mode, and basically that lets you edit the files, that Vex presets. Here I'll show you if you look at my stream. Hold up. Random one, but yeah, if you look at my stream, yeah, Vex has like the same like UI for the block coding.
Bro.
You can still add four motor drive and all that. So yeah, it has the same stuff, and it basically just pre-programs it. But what you can do is you see here, you have like some mean text here saying that you can't. You guys played okay, not the Roblox over under shout out. I have not played that, but you can basically go and edit and switch the preset like motor groups to, instead of four motors, you can add two more, and that's a very Roblox over under is a thing. I don't play it though because I couldn't find it on Xbox. We're gonna go back to the code. So as you can see here, take screenshots even though you can't see any of the text because it's so meta. Take screenshots of the blurry text because I'm gonna post all my code soon. I made a little template, but basically we have like 6 PID loops running. So we have a turning PID. We have a PID for our right side of our drivetrain. Wait, how do I build a W drivetrain? I got dissed in the CAD Discord for trying to use. Oh, no shot, bro. Is using 4-inch flex fuels for a drivetrain? That is crazy. We're gonna set you up right. That's by not using flex fuels on your drivetrain. But yeah,
No,
we
I
got
have to. That's all I have.
using flex fuels on your drivetrain?
Yeah.
Wait, where? No, you're not.
But wait, isn't that what these are? Like the
Those are
42?
traction wheels. Those are traction wheels.
Oh, okay.
So you have traction wheels and Omni wheels. Okay, the first problem everyone does is by putting traction wheels on their drivetrain. 4 Omnis and 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's the problem everyone's saying. You don't want any type of traction. So me personally, I do drift drive. All Omnis, so you can push side to side real easy. And that's funny because you can do funny driving stuff for drifting. And it's way more fun to drive. And it doesn't affect coding because we ran because we posted an Auton video, but we ran all Omni at Worlds and our code was clean. It was amazing. And we cooked.
Yeah,
We
but
had super consistent Autons.
the reason
But
I'm
yeah,
having to do traction wheels is because
because
like
you don't have enough
my kit
Omnis.
came with 4. It came with 4 Omni 4 traction, so
Yep.
I have to.
Just do 4 Omni, no tractions. Tractions are mid. So how do you make a meta drivetrain? By making a meta drivetrain, you make your life easy. Wait, isn't that bad for auto though? Wouldn't that make any accuracy? Okay, so the thing is, if you're using odometry, okay, let me start for a bit earlier. So the thing when you're coding, most of your robot's movements are either turning in one place or driving forward, and so driving forward, your robot's not going to be moving side to side, and turning in one place, your robot's not going to be moving side to side. Now, if you're doing swings, that's where stuff can get a little bit funny. But if you don't do them super fast, then that doesn't cause any drift. But if you're using odometry, then you're already, depending on what kind of motion algorithm that you're using, but basically it doesn't matter. But yeah, from what we've learned is that all Omnis doesn't really do anything.
You're about to see the single worst wiring known to man.
I wish I didn't have a robot right now so I could show the drivetrain.
Yeah.
Hold up, let me undo the skirts real quick. These skirts look so cool. Oh my gosh. Wait, rate the skirts on a scale of 1 to 10. The valid skirts. I've always done. I've never done like slanted skirts. Oh, I'm ready to feast my eyes. I'm ready for the amazing drivetrain. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's so cracked. Oh gosh. Oh, it is a drivetrain. It is a drivetrain.
It is a drivetrain. We're making progress, guys. If you go on my YouTube channel and you look at that, I have like one short and it's a VRC drivetrain. That was my last attempt, so you should be able to tell it's a lot. It's a lot improved. It's a lot improved.
Oh wait, Austin. Best of luck to you at the battle at the bluff. Bro's in South Carolina. That's one of the comps I'm going to. Bro's got the early season leaks of the robot. Wait, Austin. What team are you on? I wonder if Bro's on River Bluff or if he's in. Yeah, he must. Wait, what South Carolina team is on Discord? Like, there's very few South Carolina teams on Discord, which is sad. 26. Oh wait. I think I know who that is. Hold up. Let me look that team up real quick.
Oh, we're up to 26 viewers.
That's crazy.
You're doing really good.
Yo, I found the stream. Good job, Aiden. I'm proud of you. Yeah, this team is a straight W. Yeah, shout out to 73548A. Yeah, you are the best team. We almost made state last year, but our teammate broke the traction. Oh, darn. Not really, though, LTC. Thank you. Guys, what's the strat this season? The strat this season is just make a funny robot that can de-score, because wall stakes are super mid. That's definitely not what this robot does, 100%. That's definitely not what this thing does right here. Definitely not a de-score stick, guys. Definitely don't take screenshots and screen record. definitely don't take screenshots, and definitely don't whole count this, guys. Get the high stake. No, high stakes, wall stakes are mid. Don't fall, especially don't be surprised when falling. Oh yeah, I forgot that rule exists. Yeah, guys, you guys get DQ'd if you get surprised that something happens. That's crazy. W rule. I've been screen recording. Bro's getting all the leaks, because I'm deleting this video. So get the pictures while you can. Do not whole count my robot, guys. It's too meta. Oh wait,
It's too good.
It's too good, guys. It's too good. It's too mid. The robot's too mid. Oh, dang it. He hasn't been screen recording. That's a skill issue on your part, I guess. Hold on, let me fix this thing. Is that better? Okay, that clicks. Fix the... You should do an explanation. I've done multiple explanations, just not of the entire robot. Are you going to mall? I'm not going to mall. Yeah, I'm going to haunted. Aren't you using screws and polycarbonate to pick up the rings? Screws? Oh, hooks? Hooks are mid. Hooks are super hard to tune. Battery mounting is clean. Yes, on God. Right on the side of the intake.
Can I add like a 4-motor drivetrain and then just like add the motors on? I don't know how to do this.
Can I see how it de-score? Maybe in a second. Okay. Also, wait, are you coding right now?
I'm trying to, yeah.
It's like, bro, it's super easy.
Okay.
Like a 4. Or do you have a 6-motor or a 4-motor?
6.
Oh, wait. What app are you using? Hooks are so easy to tune. You're wrong.
I'm just using base code, like the normal one, V5.
Oh, like blocks?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to do the hard way.
Oh.
So you have to program each motor group.
Okay.
So yeah, so you have to make you basically have to make it to when your controller stick goes forward or backwards and then left and right. It makes all of the motors move at once. So yeah,
Hold on, I'm gonna have to leave.
but yeah.
Try.
Oh, bro left. I guess I'm by myself. What's up, 22 people? I'm by myself now. That's sad. Does anyone have any more questions? I'm here to answer questions for y'all. This is really sad. Womp womp. Wait, is this Marek? I have no idea who Marek is. Do you have a wall stake? No. Does the D-score work? Perchance. Sheffer Robotics says perchance. Show the arm off? I already did. But I'll do it again. So as you see here, we got this meta arm. Perfectly braced, so it doesn't bend at all, because it used to do that. If you looked at the earlier show off the arm, okay. So we got this little standoff here, because we want to be able to hold it back, because if you watch any of the other videos that we posted, which you should, you know that this custom slide here makes the intake fold back up. Hold up. So the whole robot can fit inside the 18. So since this folds up, the second we lift up this arm, it deploys it, because we have this band and like this whole thing here that makes it flip out, which is really cool, really meta. So yeah, we're still kind of prototyping it right now, but we got this thing, and like it goes between the rings and the goals, and it just like lifts it up and descores it, and it's completely meta. It's super meta, and it just does it. And then and it's not really specifically made for mobile goals. It's more made for wall stakes. So yeah, explanation video goes crazy. Will, how is 453.25? It's really fun to drive, but with a full goal, it struggles a little bit. So if you really want to, you can do 2.75 on 450, and it's pretty good. But I enjoy the speed, because in my opinion, if I need to go somewhere really fast, I won't be holding a goal, and if I do, the acceleration takes like a second. Oh, Tyler's here. Hi, Tyler. Does it work well in wall stakes? I haven't had wall stakes to test it on, but that's the hope, because it reaches pretty high. That's funny. I'm just doing it with my hand. How heavy is it without Mogo? Oh, right now it's about 14 pounds. The robot. I haven't weighed it though, so I'm just guessing based on what it was earlier. It's probably a little bit over 14. Probably like 14.5. What is the best RPM for 4-inch wheels? So for 4-inch wheels, there's a couple RPMs, but I'm presuming if you have blue cartridges, because if you only have, for some reason, if you only have 4-inch wheels, I'm going to presume that you only have green motors, but I'll just list off the good ones. But for green motors, 300 is a good ratio that my sister team used for a while. It's pretty close to 360 on 3.2s. But if you do have blue cartridges, I would heavily recommend doing something like 343, because that's a pretty fun speed to drive. And it's pretty similar to this robot here. We have green and blue, just no wheel. Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the other slower speeds, because you can do 300 RPM on both blue and green motors. But to be honest, I definitely recommend doing either 300 if you're especially for drivers a little less experienced. Definitely do 300. But if you have a really good driver who's really good at controlling the robot, do 343, because it's a good bit faster. But 300 is a really good speed for 4-inch wheels. Was putting time into notebook overrated? I do have quite the notebook at the moment. Bro left. I don't know if he wants to come back. Bro, I needed this advice last year. What is the intake friction? The intake friction's kind of okay, in my opinion. We tuned it to be pretty good, but it's pretty nice right now. Here, let me get the wattage up. I'll answer the drivetrain motor question in a second. Oh, if I can get my rain cover off. Holy. Let's see. I know last I checked, we were pulling like 2 to 4 watts. It was pretty bad, but we haven't had many torque problems. Oh yeah, cool thing. If you want to like look at your friction, like especially like in your drivetrain, start the program and then like hit the brain screen button, and then you can go on devices, and then you can go where all your motors is. And it's really hard to sell, but right here it says 88 watts for total motor power. Where is the here? I think that's the intake. Boop. Yeah, we're pulling about 4 to 5 watts at the moment, which is not amazing, but intakes are pretty difficult to tune friction. It was like 10 before I did all the tuning, so it's a lot better. But yeah, we are driving like 1, 2, 3. We're driving like 4 axles right now. Okay, holy, let me look at the. Okay, so it's the third motor on your drivetrain. Top wheels. Okay, the third motor. So we have 6 motor drive, and they're all on the flat. That's why we did. Oh shoot, you can't even see. Holy. Okay. Oh my gosh. So the main reason we chose 450 was because you could fit all of your motors on the same drive channel, which lowers your center of gravity a lot. And it's really just nice to fit. The only pain is that if you're using 3.25-inch wheels, you have to buy custom spacers. So that, yeah, there's that intake. Where did the other guy go? I don't know where the other guy went. What if we don't have either 84 tooth or 48 tooth gears? I'm trying to think. You could do no, you can't do 257. I'm trying to think. 343 is 48 to 84, so that wouldn't work. I don't remember what 300 is. I think 300 is like 36 to 72. I could be completely wrong, but you could try. I'm pretty sure 300 is 36 to 72. You can do the math. We'll do 220,000. I'm not doing 20,000. I'm gonna just invest in 3.25. Yeah. Yeah, if you can get 3.25, that'd be nice. We have the old 3.25s, they're efficient. Darn. Heat live stream, thank you. The custom fixtures for 4.25 can also take it off. Oh yeah. That's a good thing. Yeah, if your school got a bunch of the Vex clock kits, you can just snag the spacers because they have a bunch of the spacers in there. But drivetrain and tracker. Tracker's fun for programming. We're gonna have consistent autons. Not like that was consistent before, but yeah. We have 12, 36, 16, 17. Here, I'm gonna do the math real quick and see what McMastercar is where I get mine. They are a tad bit ratio. And that's 300 RPM, which is a pretty good speed for 4-inch wheels. And it's on blue motors. So if you do blue motors, 36 to 72, and the 72, so you'd have a 36 here, and then instead of like a 48, do like a 72, and then your 4-inch would be here. Yeah, Ace Hardware is valid. Yeah. But yeah, the thing is, yeah, you just get a smaller outer diameter. Keep asking questions, chat. I'm here to answer. Probably end the stream in like 10 minutes. I could just leave the stream up and people like get all the leaks, but yeah. How do you get the wall stakes? At the moment, we're not focused on wall stakes because, from what we've seen, most wall stake designs are pretty inefficient at getting wall stakes. And if you do get the wall stakes, then someone with like a claw can descore them really easily. Yeah, 6 motor is peak, especially if you're doing 304 inch. But yeah, that's why we're focusing more on descoring compared to scoring them, because like scoring them like takes probably like triple the time it takes to descore, especially if you have like a well-tuned descore mechanism, which we were hoping to maybe do. Do you have problems with the rubber banded motors? No, actually, since the banded motors don't come into contact with anything really, we haven't had any problems with them. Then the bands don't normally fall off. Some people do zip tied. Zip tied. Oh, that's called a hot swap, by the way. For those of you who don't know what that is, so we hot swap all our motors just in case something goes wrong. Take the bands off, take the motor cap off, and then yeah. But some people use zip ties to hold on the motors, but we use rubber bands because it like grips the rubber band, it grips the motor, and it doesn't like fall off. I guess we should probably be doing most people do bands like this way around the motors. We probably should do that for ones that do that are exposed. How much slop does your Mogo have when clamped? Here, I'll show you my Mogo. It's not much slop. We tuned it to be pretty strong. It's probably low on pressure right now. Here, let me switch the battery. Okay. Oh yeah, it is a little low on air, so it might sag a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't. So like if I try to like move it side to side, it's really hard to do. Also, another thing is that we have like Pneumatic without pistons. Why isn't the connection? A screw joint. It is a screw joint technically. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we have ours is very, very difficult. Here, let me fill my air real quick. But we have a very difficult. Our goal is very difficult to steal from. Oh, I put the wrong battery on. Let's say it's super low. How do we lock our shafts? Okay. So to do a bit more of it, I know I did a motor acceleration a while ago, but we'll talk a bit about how ours works. So we have a screw joint running through here. We have these bearings here. That's cool. We're using an old SMC piston, and it's got really, really messed up the threading. So we just don't really care about it. But basically, this screw is just not tight enough to where it pivots really nicely on here, and we haven't had any problems with it. I would definitely recommend if you're using a newer piston to do a better mount than this because it's kind of bad for the threading, but the threading is already messed up from older members. But yeah, so we have these passive like little rise spacers here, and what that does is that when the goal is tilted, it locks it. What team are you from? I'm 44252A. We won state excellence last year. 44252A. So yeah. But yeah, so these act almost as locks. And also another thing is that we have these little screws and then these spacers on the screws, and I'll kind of show you what that does. So when we drive into the goal, it kind of props itself up on here, and there's standoffs. It's kind of hard to see right here that stop the goal from moving any higher up. So that gets it like the perfect kind of spot to where we just clamp it. And so, as you can see, it holds it really well. So if I kind of like push up on it, one, it's pretty hard to push up on it hard enough. But if I do that, I also have to be driving away. But it's really, really, really difficult to pull it out. But if you were to push up, it just goes further into the robot, and it like you can't do anything that way. But if someone were to be like pulling straight out, like it's basically impossible because, like I was saying, those little spacers kind of act like hooks. So yeah, and then the spacers I was talking about on these screws, these keep the goal from tilting side to side too much. And yeah. So yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of like putting it in like a slight angle, and it kind of pretty much corrects it. So the tip of the thing's at pretty much the same spot. And yeah, so it's pretty consistent clamp. And then we can just go around and take rings when the thing wants to work. Obviously it doesn't right now because it never wants to work on camera. So that's cool. So yeah, super meta, super mid. It's not tuned well right now. Let me go look at the older ones. How long does your arrow last? Or doesn't last long? I haven't tested that much, but we can probably get about like a good 10 goal pickups. With our Mogo Mech, since this one piston doesn't use that much air. 4-piston Mogo Mech, nope. Can't wait to start working on a robot. So thank you. Yeah, I'm from 44252A. So our 44252N graduated and they retired their name. And so some of the people left there rebuilt. So it's 44252C now. So it's 44252A, C, and R. Mounting the pistons with white spacers drilled out works well on the legacy ones. Yeah. That's orange drilled out bearing box. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I've seen a couple people do that. That's for rebuild. At the moment, we're sticking with this design until we see something that's like extraordinarily better, or we think of something better. But yeah, we're just looking to make a consistent early season bot for Gelman, which is our first comp. This is Little Will. Hello, I am Little Will from Team 44252A. Unfortunately, I'm not broke. We do have school funding, so that's very fun. But yes, I'm Little Will from Team 44252A. What is your first comp? My first comp is mid to late October. I can turn the camera on. Hello. My first comp is mid to late October. Turn it back around. So expect to start seeing more videos then. We'll post our Auton video and our reveal probably a bit before that. What is the last part of the intake? Why have it? So this is kind of the thing that we kind of invented earlier in the season. This is called the active hood. So basically what it does is it when the rings get just up here right over the post, it kind of helps deflects the ring and it pushes it down onto the stake. So yeah, that's kind of what it does in simple terms. What are the wedges on the side? Okay, so these are skirts. So most skirts we did previously were just flat on the robot, but these skirts are supposed to kind of improve like interactions with other robots. So like if people were pushing you from the side, they'd kind of wedge up and lose some of their traction, and it kind of helps you. And it's not about that because they can still push you because people are going to push you, but it's more or less to help you break out of pushes easier. So yeah, so you can easily like spin out because that's something we have. But our robot is actually pretty wide with them on. It's almost reaching like the 18-inch limit. We got about 1 inch clearance. So if we see that as being a problem, then we're just going to remount them just flat against the robot. Keep the questions coming, chat. Do you have plans to make hooks instead of shorter trains? If that's something that's kind of controversial right now, what's better, hooks or chains? I've talked to some good teams. They're saying hooks are really inconsistent and kind of harder to tune in certain scenarios. But I've also seen them also be really consistent and fine. But if I can get I've already pretty much got this to be the thing to be consistent. I was just messing around with it. That's why I wasn't working earlier. But yeah, if it really doesn't make much of a difference other than like maybe saving some weight. Side piece is an issue. You could always add a bend. Oh, like curved skirts. Yeah, I could add curved skirts, but yeah, this is skirts are. And I spray painted them black because they look cool. Yeah. You could add curves, but like that would kind of I don't know if I want to say like it defeats the purpose, but like I don't know. They'd probably work, but from what I've seen, like a lot of teams who run in past seasons run it just straight slanted. Because if it's like curved, it would probably like not be able to prop it up quite as much. It'd probably be able to prop it up, but it wouldn't be able to prop it up a lot unless you had like a really big skirt. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a good question. What was your process on starting building the intake? Like, what did you start with, and did you build it on the drivetrain, or did you build it outside then attach it? So yeah, that's a great question. So if you look on the YouTube channel, you can see the progress of the intake. So basically, we started out with the prototype. So basically, imagine the intake, the first version of the intake. It was basically just a frame, and we kind of tested how well it intake and grabbed and all that. And then we basically had a world's drivetrain. We're using the same drivetrain as a world's drivetrain. We redid the cross bracing on it to make it a bit wider for this game to fit the intake. And then we basically mounted it on there. And then we kind of cleaned up the design of it so it'd work well with the bracing and all that. And then yeah, we just kind of been just continuously tuning it. That's kind of how we did it. But if you look on our channel, you can kind of see like because we posted a lot of early season intake stuff. So yeah, I do CAD. We use Protobot a lot because it's really easy. But yeah. Yeah, we use Protobot. It's you can look it up on actually look on Vex Forum Protobot rebuilt. There's a newer version 1.3.4. If I do the 300 RPM or 343, how much would our drivetrain motors overheat? Okay, if you did 300, I would definitely recommend doing 300, which is the one I was talking about. If you did it on 6 motors, it probably would not overheat that much because it's a pretty torquey drivetrain, but it's also pretty fast. What's your ELE? I don't know what ELE stands for. If you mean element, our team is arsenic, but I don't think that's what the question was. Yeah. Yeah, I think with 343 with over unders that robots were a lot lighter, but I'm pretty sure robots are going to be a good bit heavier. But yeah, if your team is really comfortable with the speed and you want to upgrade to like a faster speed, I would definitely recommend 343 because it's pretty fun to drive. Yeah. But yeah, 300 won't overheat. Like never. I'm gonna end the live in a couple minutes. So ask questions now or for a older piece, I guess. So this robot's drivetrain RPM is 350 or 450 RPM, 3.25 inch wheels, and it's 6 motor. So it's a 36 to 48, 3.25, 6 motor. They're all blue motors. If you look at our world's drivetrain, it's the same thing. Practicing on 608 motor 3.25, so I prefer the speed. Now that's crazy speed. Okay, so for 450, like I was saying, it's 36 to 48. So I'll flip the robot. So 36 tooth here, 48 tooth here, and then 3.25 inch, and then the blue motors here. But like I was saying, you need to get the custom spacers for the clearance to fit because the clearance for the wheels are really tight. If you look at another team that did it, look at 515R Spin Up World explanation video. They have the same ratio. So they talked about it a bit too. Oh, elevation. Here, let me look at the order. What's your elevation? At the moment, we don't have an official elevation, but the hope is that we're either going to pair it off this arm or add a separate kind of like pretty lightweight like thing that we could just deploy with like a quick piston release or something like that, which is probably what we're going to do. But we had an idea to like just do like a basic like some kind of like hook thing that would like flip up and then we just drive over and it would hook it on. There's a couple other teams doing something similar. Yes, the arm is. This is a purely D-score arm at the moment because we tested a couple of wall stake scoring mechs. So yeah, if y'all are interested in looking at the wall stake designs we did, we actually had like a whole arm that had deploys and locks and all that, and we made 3 different prototypes for scoring onto the wall stakes. Like one of them was this plunger, so like we could like go with the arm and just like plunge it and it would pull it really well. And then when we wanted to, if we had a stake, we could just release the hooks. I can do it. It's pretty hard to do. And then we could just like plunge it on. We also had like a clamp, so it would just clamp onto the thing, and then we would just score it. But like I was saying, all that stuff got posted on YouTube like a day ago. It's like one of the recent videos. So yeah, definitely subscribe and check out some of the videos to kind of see some of the other stuff we're working on. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is a prototype for like a hook that we made a while ago. So yeah, you can use these cool things and they works fine. But poly also works good. So yeah, because we were messing around with hooks. Any more questions, chat? Tips for building intake. We made an explanation video for intake. So I talked a lot about friction reducing and kind of stuff like this, but I'll kind of go over it really quickly. Use bearing flats anywhere you have an axle to reduce friction. Make sure double chain that is exposed or you think there's going to be a risk of it snapping. What else? Make sure your chain isn't super tight or else you'll increase your friction a lot. Brace any exposed part of your intake. Like you can see this is box and triangle braced really well since this is exposed. And for like the grabbing part of the intake, concentrate the flex wheels on the outside of the ring because it grips it really well. What RPM do you recommend for 3.25 for 4 blue motors? So if you're doing 4 motors and you only have 3.25 inch wheels, I would definitely recommend doing something like 360, which is 36 to 60. That's a bit better for blue motors, but if you're doing 4 blue motors, that's a bit of a yeah, like you said, 360. Yeah, I definitely recommend 360. It's probably the only ratio I'd recommend. If like unless you're wanting to go pretty slow, you could do like 257. But that's a bit slower, but it would probably be a lot. It definitely wouldn't burn out on foam motor quite as much as 360 might. What is bracing? Bracing, that's kind of a loaded question. Bracing is a way to support parts of your robot. So, like, to kind of explain how about the mug. So, to kind of explain it, so we have 2 C channels on the sides, and to brace those channels together, we use another C channel, and then attached it here with standoffs so that the C channels would be connected, and then we use triangle bracing to brace the channels together even more to make it even more sturdy. And so, like when we're talking about full length cross bracing, that's like you see we have these channels for the drivetrain. So we have this big C channel that covers the whole thing. That's another way of bracing, and also triangle bracing, which is on the intake, which can mounts like from this point of the tower to the point of the drivetrain. And like I was saying, we have a triangle bracing here. Can you explain how you built the Mogo mech with the air tank? Yeah, so pneumatics is kind of a deeper thing. I did an explanation video for pneumatics, if that's what you're asking. So look down. We did a pneumatics, or look at any other explanation video. But other than that, to kind of quickly explain it, we have basically a big old lever right here, with one piston attached to it, and then the distance from mounting point from this pit. Or let me explain kind of what like levers are. So this is I'm sorry to my engineering teacher, but I forgot what class lever this is. But there's three different classes. I'm gonna guess this is like a level 2 class lever. But basically, you have your fulcrum here, which is your pivot, and then you have whatever the load is going on, which is this part, and whatever the input. So the distance from here to the pivot is much further than the distance from where the load is going to be from the pivot. It's not much further, but it's a little bit further. So that means this piston has a little bit more force compared to where it is here. So yeah, and then so basically the piston's mounted at the top of the lever, and then the mogo lip sits under here, and then the tilts it just like that. Does the robot exceed the 18-inch the way it is right now? So at the moment, right as this is set up, it does exceed 18 inches. But before the matches start, like I said, we have an intake explanation video, which I heavily recommend all of you watch. We have it so the whole intake can actually fold up. So see, it sits way higher behind the robot to fit within the 18-inch limit, and then with the back of the robot. So from the back of the robot to the front, it will fit within the 18-inch. So yeah. Keep the questions rolling. My phone's gonna die soon, so that's fine. Let's find over here. There's a ring a little bit. How wide is the robot, or how wide is that big channel? So for the C channel wise, from here to here, we run 28. The robot is 28 wide, and then from back here to the front, it's 30 long. And then this channel is a 3 wide. That's a 2 wide, and all that. So yeah. And then these skirts do make the robot a little bit wider, so we're running about like 17.5 inches wide. The fork in the front, this is our D-score arm, so it's just kind of another one of the prototypes we made. So it's supposed to go in between the pole of the stick and just D-score it, and it's supposed to work better on wall sticks because the wall sticks are hard mounted. Because this thing will just like lift up the whole mogo, which is pretty fun, but it does D-score pretty good. It's gonna take a while to post the video. We have a 70-minute long stream. Any plans after high school? College, and then become a mechanical engineer. We got the spin up roller mag, the active hood. The arm is a 12 tooth to 84, which I believe is like 12 RPM, or it might be like 9. I don't remember. You can do the math, but it's a red motor, 12 to 84. Yes, this robot can score on the Alliance wall stick. So like if we just back up to it, the Alliance wall stick is just like a little bit taller than this one. But like I was saying, if you watch the reveal we did, like if y'all want to see like the functionality of like some of the things on this robot, you can watch some of the older videos. It kind of showcases that. But basically, oh yeah, someone asked about the drivetrain. So our screw joints are on the lower hole, so the wheel is mounted on this screw, which is on the lower. Because now some people do like the higher one to lower center of gravity, but it's very, very common for people to do it on the lower, just to have a little bit better clearance from the ground. What are the color of your flex wheels? These are 45A flex wheels, which is like the medium gray color. How much does my robo weigh? About 14 pounds, a bit over 14. It's probably around 14.5 pounds, which is a bit on the slightly heavier side, but not really. But we don't really know how heavy robots are going to be this season until mall to have a good compare. But this robot's a pretty average Vex robot weight. So yeah. It is probably closer to like 14 flat without the arm though, because the arm is about like a half pound, if not maybe a little bit more. Because when we weighed the robot in 1 week is about it was 13.8. So before we added all the fancy bracing and the arm and all that, it was 13.8. I'm always going to go crazy. That is true. What did you guys do for climb? This robot isn't super focused on climb. It's like I was saying earlier. Our thought is to either pair it with this arm or add some kind of like passive hooks that'll come up when we deploy. Are we competing at MOA? No, we are not competing at Mall of America. We are competing at, our hope is to compete at Haunted though. So you might see us there. If we can't get registered for Haunted, we will go to Score, which is a bit easier to get into. But yeah, it would have been fun to go to Mall, but we just didn't. That wasn't kind of our goal. We should come to Gateway. Where is Gateway? I don't know where Gateway is. Isn't it? Well, isn't it Gateway to the? Yeah, it's definitely in the west. Gateway to the west. Yeah, we're on the East Coast, so. For ladder climb. So for ladder climb, so if someone was to attempt a high ladder climb, we actually had an idea a while ago, but we didn't want to because it was too heavy. But basically the concept was that you have some type of passive like hook on your robot and then an elevating one. So when you would elevate, like imagine there would be a hook on this channel. So you'd elevate the hook and then you'd clamp onto a bar and then you'd pull yourself up and then the hook that's hard mounted on the robot would hook itself up and then you'd pull yourself up and then you kind of re-raise that. So you'd hook it up here, pull your robot up, the robot hooks, raise the thing, the arm hooks, and then you pull yourself up. If the kind of idea for that is like FRC bots. A lot of them did similar things, especially like the 2021 game. How long is the L channel for the intake? 35, I believe. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, 30. These long channels here for the intake are 35 long. I believe they're at like a 40-degree angle. They might be 50-degree angle. Yes, like the FRC game. Rapid React? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So, reducing friction, like I was saying, use bearing flats. So we use bearing flats everywhere. And what we found that a lot of like newer teams do is that they run an axle through this whole segment of their intake, and so their intake pivots off the axle. But what we did a custom mount. So the screw joint is mounted on here, so the intake rests on the screw joint, and then we actually have the axle in here. So the whole intake rests on the screw joints. So all the load is taken off the axle, and so instead it's just devoted to turning the sprockets and all that. But that's the main thing we do. Also, like keeping your chains not super tight, making sure your spacing isn't super tight. You always want like a tiny bit of wiggle room in your intake to reduce friction. Having very well braced parts of your intake. So like there's like very little flex to this intake. The whole frame has very little flex in general. Like keeping straight metal, perpendicular metal is really nice. Why not use high strength axles? So the thing with high strength axles is that it's really heavy. Dang, the stream is still going. Yes, it is. So that's the main reason we don't right now. But high strength axles aren't super necessary unless they're going either one, going under a bunch of load, or two, you're expecting them to have impact. So only time I might see that might be reasonable for this robot to have a high strength axle is for this bottom stage. But if we do see it being a big of a problem, then we will probably end up switching it. But at this moment, it's a low strength axle. But we did brace this thing very well. But we don't see ourselves having too much of a problem with that. But that's the main reason, is for weight. For triangle bracing, so there's two main reasons that you want to use triangle bracing. One is for structure, and another is to keep C-channels aligned and like impact resistant. So this triangle brace is kind of to do both. This one keeps this channel and this channel perfectly perpendicular, as well as reducing impact loads for that intake. But I definitely recommend, if you're doing a ground intake, use triangle bracing on it pretty much the entire time, every time you make one. But as you can see, this one doesn't have it because just because, one, there's like no load under it, and two, the channels are already perpendicular. But as you can see, we use triangle bracing here to keep this structured pretty well. Here and here, it's kind of hard to see here. We have triangle bracing on this part of the C channel because we saw that it was this part was super exposed. So if someone came and rammed and hit here, the force would go into this triangle brace, and it would kind of spread it out easier. So are we gonna add anything before haunted? This robot may or may not be rebuilt before haunted, but the plan is to stick with this general design. So this robot will probably be very similar to the one that goes to haunted. So yeah. Do you? What's the center of gravity in your opinion? Do you have a normal screw on this shaft block instead of the smaller one? Oh yeah, I do. That's just kind of something that you can do, but in my opinion, it's easier to find. We don't have as many of the smaller screws for the lock colors, so we just use the really short screws because it's just easier to find those screws for us. But it doesn't really matter, and it's easier to tighten them and to notice if the screws falling out or something. How's the center of gravity in your opinion? So the center of gravity for this robot is basically right in the middle of the drivetrain, which is on this. So in my opinion, it's really good. But if you're building a robot, you really want your center of gravity on the opposite side of where the mogo is going to be. So since the mogo is the back here, you really want to focus all of your weight to the front, which is why we moved some of our other take up here. Most of our stuff is mounted really low and as towards the front as we can. But yeah. Take. I did CAD this robot in Protobot, yes. Not this up-to-date version of the robot, but a little bit earlier before we added the arm, all that was CADed in Protobot, yes. Yeah, so the normal screws are kind of better, yeah, in my opinion. But it doesn't matter too much, to be honest. And because half of them fell out. Someone asked, how do you attach pistons to intake? So yeah, we have this one's screw jointed, this end of the piston screw jointed here. And then this one, it's kind of bad because it loosely can kind of move, but we haven't had any problems with it. But basically, we took a high strength lock collar and basically stuck a long screw through it, or a long-ish screw through it. I don't have a collar with me, but yeah, this is a high strength lock collar, and the hole in the high strength lock collar, we did a screw through it. But if you're using newer pistons, I would definitely switch to a more conventional mount for the piston. Here, let me show y'all a good way to mount pistons. Stream's still going. Oh my gosh. Hold up. So I have a short piston you can use to demonstrate. Might take me a second, chat. Hold up. So if you have one of the newer pistons, we have here with the better thread, you can put a standoff here and use a high strength collar, and then put a screw through here to connect to the standoff, and then you have the screw joint right here, because you can use circle inserts inside of the high strength lock collar, and this is a really low friction screw joint on the other end, because it's really easy to screw joint here and then a screw joint here. So you could easily kind of remount it like this with the long screw going through like this. But yeah, I definitely recommend with something like this. Why wall riders? Mostly for autonomous and breaking out of pins. So if we were misaligned and we're going in the direction of a wall, it would kind of realign us better. And that's kind of the same thing with if someone was trying to pin us. If someone was trying to push us against the wall and the robot's facing perpendicular to the wall, or kind of like an angle to the wall like this, we could kind of spin out of the wall, but since this can roll instead of the metal and all that catching on the wall. Our first comp is in October. Mid-October, so expect to start seeing our videos then. So yeah, so that we have we have two regional comps, and then we have haunted, and then we have, I think, another regional comp after that. All right, I'm gonna end the stream in a minute. So if anyone has any last second questions, ratio, our drivetrain is a 36 to 48 on 3.25 inch wheels, which is 450 RPM. Were you in Worlds? Yes, we went to Worlds last season. That was our third year at Worlds too. So we're hoping to make it a fourth year this season. But yeah, we went to Worlds last year. You can look at some of our order videos. We posted Worlds match videos, Worlds reveal, all that. Yes, pinning and pushing will be an issue with this game. Definitely, because defense is going to be a giant part of this game, especially since the possession rules of the goals being super significant and the doubling corners and all that. I did not win Worlds, unfortunately. Thoughts on Claw Arm? Claw Arm is good. We actually ran it for a little bit for when we prototyped it. But in our opinion, it's really heavy. It added about like 2 pounds. Like, there's no easy way to make a claw on your robot without it being pretty heavy. So that's why we're not running it right now. And that the main feature of claw is that the D score. So that's why we're running like a 1 bar. That D scores really easily. It's also pretty much a pretty scrappy prototype right now, which will probably be redone a little bit once we have access to a wall stake. But this is mostly for wall stake. How do you put the brain there? So what we did, it's really hard to see because the wire management is super bad. But basically, what we did is there's a hinge back here. So this brain is mounted onto a hinge that's mounted to this thing. So that's how we were able to mount it on an angle. So yeah, it's just a hinge. Alrighty, at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna probably drop the stream. So yeah, ask questions now or forever hold your peace. Or you can add I don't know if you can add comments to it, but yeah, we'll find out. I'll probably end up posting this because why not? Because I don't like withholding information from other teams. How many tanks do you have? So at the moment we have 2 tanks. One of them is dedicated just for the back clamp, and this other one is dedicated to for the active intake and for any other systems that we might do. So this tank will be going towards anything that's not the back clamp. But right now the back clamp is just dedicated with 1 tank. Should plug VCAT for teams not in it. I should. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. If you're joining VCAT and you're gonna leak your robot, expect to get roasted. We did a lot earlier and we still do now. That's pretty funny. But you will get roasted in VCAT. Yes, we did build the gull clamp after the intake. That was the second thing we built. We definitely recommend not doing that though, to be honest. It's probably it's kind of a balance because you want to have a very well-tuned clamp that's very consistent and then build the intake around that, or you can do the other way around, have an intake and build the clamp around the intake. So it's kind of what you want to do, but what we did is we built the intake first and then kind of built the clamp and then we kind of tuned the two kind of at the same time according to each other. But this robot does have a little bit left to go with tuning. The intake's not perfect quite yet, but it does work quite well. All right, it's 5 o'clock. I'll read any last questions, and then I'll end the stream. Any last questions? Let's see if anyone commented. How will the intake work right now? Intake works pretty good. We still need to tune the top part of it. Oh, John Queen's in here. Hello, John Queen. Shout out to John Queen. Yeah, defense is going to be a huge part. Oh my gosh, all the questions are coming. How will intake works pretty good right now. Do you have a hang? We don't have a hang currently on this robot. Do we use high strength axle bracing? At the moment, we don't, mainly because it's really heavy and it increases the load that your robot uses. What's up, John Queen? Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, defense is a big part. That's why we decided to go with a lighter robot that has more focus on descoring. Oh, Ace is in here. Oh my gosh, we have Ace. That's crazy. But yeah. See you at, yeah, we'll see Ace at Worlds. But yeah, this robot at the moment is more of a defense and mobile goal based robot. So yeah, that's why we went for a D-score arm instead of a That's why we went to D-score arm instead of a hook or claw, because claws are super heavy in my opinion. And in my opinion, the meta is not going to be scoring wall stakes; it's going to be de-scoring wall stakes. Because the time, for what I've seen, the time that it takes to get 2 rings up there and scored, it takes about like at least 5 seconds max, and you could only take 2 to 3 seconds to de-score it. So that's why we kind of went for this concept of a robot. So yeah. I wish I was going to the mall, John Queen, but we're going haunted instead, which is equally as fun. I wish I was going to the mall. That'd be super fun. But I've been trying to release some content for people. Right, for Gateway. We'll do one last robot demonstration, I guess. Now that Ace might be in here. The robot definitely doesn't work right now, so that's fun. Yo, we got the W logo clamp. Oh, this is like a really bad angle. Hold up, let me Yeah, this kind of worked pretty good on logos. Do you think someone will find a way to score high stakes? A lot of people have already figured out high stakes. What do you think about the thin high string lock colors? I don't have any yet, but they're probably crazy. Only launched in overlap with the gateway. What drive RPM? We're running 450 on 3.25, and it's really fast. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you to everyone who's watching. That's fun. This is our first stream. Wanted to leak everything and kind of explain some stuff, so that's fun. Bye to everyone, I guess. Thanks for watching. Have the motors burnt out? They have not burnt out yet. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.